what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second part of this series. Today, we are going to go over all the things we found in the open world section. So glad that this is an open world. At first, I thought it was going to be like the first game, just like a linear playthrough. I mean, there was some freedom in there. You could do side quests and all that, but nothing compared to this. You can go anywhere you want in this game, do whatever you want, just hang out, chill, do side missions, fight enemies as many times as you want. They just keep respawning this. You can see right here. You can play as the different characters, having a lot of fun doing that, and you can also switch your party out whenever you want. So that's really cool too. But anyway, let's just get right into it. Alright, so we start off in the town of Calm. Beautiful fucking town, by the way. I think it's the first major town I've found so far. I found some villages and some farms here and there, but it's definitely my favorite place to be. There's people doing things everywhere. They're in the bar, they're out there exercising, just doing random stuff. So that's really cool to see. The town feels alive, so that's what you want. Right here we are finishing a side quest for Tifa. Every character has like this side quest that you can do to build a relationship with. You can do all of them, or you can do just the ones for the characters that you like. I personally decided to do all of them. I want to get as much as I can out of this game because I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying exploring, doing the side quests, killing all the different enemies, finding all the secret items, all that stuff. So yeah, and those drinks right there, it's like a throwback to like the first drink that Tifa made you. So it's really cool. Every mission has something that ties back to the character that you're doing the mission for. So you like to see that. But yeah. Alright, so another location that I found is Bill's Ranch. So that's really cool to see. If you ever played the original, you could find this just walking around the main little beginner area. So it's really nice to find these places that you found in the original and just see like the remake version of them. I mean, they did a great job just world building and making everything look, alive and colorful. So it's really cool. Here you find Bill and his grandson Billy, and also his granddaughter. I forgot her name, but she's back there. I'm gonna go talk to her in a little bit. But anyway, he sends you on a quest to find a chocobo. I believe this is after I had already found him. So you just bring him back here and you get chocobos. So that's really cool. That's a easy way to travel around the map. So I'm glad they added that. And here's the daughter. Her name is Chloe. Okay, yeah, I didn't remember her name, but you can buy stuff from her with these feathers that you can find throughout the world. Chocobo feathers. You can buy gear for the chocobo. You can buy plants. Just anything that your chocobo might need, or for any crafting recipes. So yeah, pretty useful. Neat little side quest to get your mount to go around the world. Right here we find a familiar face. Obviously I remember him. I think his name is Chadley. Yeah, Chadley. So he asks you, he's like, do you remember me? I decided to fuck around and be like, nah, I don't remember you, and he got butt hurt. That shit was pretty funny. And you tell him no. He's like, damn, you really don't remember me at all? No, but yeah, we remember him. Annoying ass little fucking cyborg or whatever the fuck he is that gives you little missions for research. But I fucks with him. He gives you materia and summon materia. Anyway, first thing he tells you to do is go to this tower and activate it. Which is good because I found a couple of these towers while I was out in the world and I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do with them. But now you can go and defeat the enemies that are at the towers and just activate them. That will get you some research intel, and the more research the better, because the more research you get, the more shit you can buy from Chadley. That be some random materials or some really useful ones. And of course the summon materials, which I know that's everybody's favorites. Alright, so another thing that we found was these rocks that lead you to a certain spot. You just break them, little light comes out, and you just follow it. So I'm guessing, so far I don't know, but I'm guessing there's gonna be like a different summon in every area. In this area is this Titan dude. He has like rock powers, and every one of these rocks that you find leads you to this rock that you can research for Chadley, and you can already fight the summon before this, but it'll be a lot harder than if you go and research these stones first, because every stone that you find you can research, and it'll make the boss fight a lot easier. So you definitely want to go and do this. Alright, so right here we are researching one of those stones. It's a crystal memory matrix. So it's like this little memory game that you have to do. You just look at the buttons, remember where they are, and just press them. You know, it's not that hard right now. I imagine it's gonna get a lot harder. They're probably gonna add more buttons and different buttons, because right here it's just X. So pretty easy, but it's the first summon, so it has to be easy. Anyway, there's the date on Titan. And yeah, you do this 3 times, then you go back to Chadley, and the fight is a lot easier. So yeah, definitely do this. It helps out a lot. Alright, so we are back to playing the card game. Right here you can see all the cards that I have. Like I said, I've been collecting them. I go out of my way to buy them every time I see them at the vending machines around the world. Right here we're doing a side quest. We have to find this one guy. It was definitely a wild goose chase, because you had to go to this one guy and he was like, nah, I don't have it anymore. I traded it to this guy, and then you go to that guy and he's like, nah, I traded it to him. You know, stuff like that. So you eventually find Thorin is his name. He was definitely a difficult fucking person to go up against. I had to try like 2 or 3 times, so it definitely wasn't easy. There's some skill involved, and you have to learn the game and really watch out for what you're doing and what you're placing and where you're placing it. But once you get it, it's not too difficult. And yeah, we got the Chocobo and Moogle card, and we move on our little quest to find more cards. Alright, so here we are going through, and I just decided to show you the mechanics that they have for like leveling up your weapon, and the different weapons there are. As you can see on the right, you can choose different weapon skills that your weapon can have. I think you can choose 1 out of those 3. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't played in a little bit, but maybe you can add some more. You can change everybody's weapons. Right now, most of them only have 1 weapon. I think Cloud and Aerith are the only ones that have 2 weapons. But I'm sure that will change as you progress in the game. Here you can change your party. You have 3 different presets. So yeah, it's good to have like different pre-made parties for different occasions. You can make a tanky team, or you know, a fast team, or a healer team, you know, whatever the occasion calls for. My favorite is just Barrett with Aerith, because you have a tank and you have a healer, so it works out fine. Alright, so right here I was just going around the world doing side missions, and I decided to fast travel to this Chocobo stop. So you have 2 options. You can either walk or Chocobo. So I was like, what the hell does that even mean? So I chose walk, and you just teleport there like normal. And then I chose Chocobo, and it takes a little bit longer, but you spawn in with some Chocobos as well as your whole party. When we first got the Chocobo, I was like, is that it? We'll just get 1 Chocobo? But no, everybody gets Chocobos magically out of nowhere. I don't know where the hell they got them, but it's useful. It's not the only thing that you can do with them. You can also sniff out items whenever the question mark pops up on top of their heads. You can press a button to sniff out the item, and you just dig it out. And I believe we got an ether out of this one. Yep. And yeah, every time you find a Chocobo stop, you gotta pet the Chocobo, baby. You know, you cannot just leave without petting him. That's the rule. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. You gotta pet him. Look at him, cute little guy. Alright, so here we have a side mission. That's pretty cool. You can find these electric fucking dogs. They're like a different variety of the normal dogs that you can find pretty much everywhere. and you go and fight them and you research them for Chadley. You have 3 different objectives. You have to pressure them, you have to stagger them, or you have to defeat all of them with a time limit. I decide to do all 3 every time I find one of these missions. It definitely takes a few tries because sometimes I don't even know how to fucking pressure them or stagger them. So that's where the assess material comes in real handy, because you just assess them and it tells you what you have to do to pressure them. And it's pretty difficult sometimes, you know. You need a specific attack, like sometimes you have to poison them and stuff like that, and you have to switch out your party. You know, you have to plan this out before you go into the fight. So it definitely takes quite a few tries. Like here I came back with red 9 and I found out that the only way to pressure them was to poison them with the bio attack. So once you do that, you hit them and you can stagger them. So yeah, once you know all these things about them, it makes things a lot easier. Also, Red 9 is like the coolest fucking character so far. He has the coolest fucking attacks. Like, look at that shit. So fucking cool. But anyway, yeah, you just beat the shit out of these fucking Pokemon motherfuckers, and Chadley's like, hell yeah, like, come back, I got a new materia for you. Alright, so here we have another example of the variants that you can find. Now this one was really fucking difficult. I think you can unlock this mission after you complete the other ones. And yeah, I lost to this guy a lot of times. I had to switch on my party to fucking Barret and Red 9 because they're like my strongest and tankiest characters. Because at first I had the girls with me and they were getting fucked up. So yeah, even with these characters I was getting fucked up. But Barret is a fucking beast. He was just tanking everything. Managed to stagger it, and it was just over for it. Got to Red 9, used the fucking giant ass fireball, and it was over for that motherfucker. And also used my limit. It was a bit of overkill right here, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Giant fucking fireball, just right to its face, and it was over. But yeah, really cool fucking enemy. Alright, so I think I was mistaken. That other mission was just a regular variant mission as well. You don't have to do these other ones to unlock it. But yeah, right here we're fighting the Veno rats, just slightly bigger than the normal rats. They're pretty easy, you just have to throw some ice at them and it'll stagger them. You also have to avoid being poisoned, which the first time I fought them I got poisoned, so that's why I had to try it for the second time, but it's pretty easy this time around. Tifa just makes quick work of them. Just fucking throwing hands with some rats. Pretty crazy, I know, but hey, they're fucking rats, you know. Get them the fuck out of here. And there you go. Easy as that. Alright, so going around the world we find this lady, and she pretty much tells you that she's trying to fix this windmill. She's been trying for a while. She can't do it, so she says she needs something specific. It's like this little gear part that she needs, but you need to kill a Quetzalcoatl to build that shit. So she sends you on a mission to kill it. And then she also tells you that she knows Broden from the bar. So that's pretty interesting, you know. He seemed like he was an important character to the story. So I don't know how he really fits into everything. I kind of have some theories about it, but I'm not going to spoil anything for y'all right now. Because if I say what I'm thinking, it's probably going to spoil some things. But anyway, that's besides the point. She pretty much sends you to fight this giant fucking bird, and you have to kill it to get its talent, to build a gear that you have to give to her so she can fix the windmill. Alright, so right here, I'm just showing off the item transmuter. We got this way back before we even got out into the open world, but I forgot to talk about it. Or maybe I did talk about it in the first part, I'm not sure. But we can build the windmill gear, which is what we need for the side quest I was just talking about. But you can also build accessories, potions, you know, a lot of things that are pretty useful. And all you have to do is just find things that are out in the world, like the iron ore or the beast pelts. So it gives purpose to all the enemies that are just wandering around, and you can just fight them as many times as you want and get the certain materials that you need, you know. Some of them are more rare than others, so you have to look a little bit harder, but Definitely pays off in the long run. Alright, so right here we finally got to the location of this fucking Quetzalcoatl. Looks nothing like the Quetzalcoatl that you'd probably be used to if you knew what a Quetzalcoatl was. It's a fucking Mayan entity. I don't know, god, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, this thing just looks like a straight up fucking dragon from Dark Souls. It's pretty cool. It's kind of small now that I'm looking at it for a dragon, you know. Thought it would be a lot bigger, but it's still a really cool design. Decided to go with Trusty Barret and Red 9 combo so we don't fucking die. They're also the strongest characters that I have so far, so yeah. I used all the moves together. Oh yeah, that's another thing that you can do. You can do like combined moves. Those work out really well. Also, the assess materia just helps you out in seeing what the hell this thing is weak to, because it's lightning infused right now, so definitely do not use lightning on it. But anyway, here we stagger it, and we can use our limit, the cross slash, and we can also summon our own fucking Leviathan in the back there. That thing is so cool. I think it was in the first game too, so I'm glad it's back, you know. But yeah, I fucked it up pretty easily. I think it only took one try, so yeah, pretty cool fight. Alright, so here we finish building the gear and we make our way back to the windmill. We give it to the lady, and then yeah, it was a pretty cool mission, you know. We got a little bit of information about Broden and the bar, and yeah, so we leave from here and we go back to the bar to talk to Broden. He seems like he's not doing very well. Red 9 says he smells like something from Hojo's lab on him, so you can definitely tell that they've been experimenting on him in some type of way. And then he just suddenly gets up and he says he has to leave, so if you've played like the original, then you can probably come to a conclusion on what the hell is happening to him. But like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything in these videos, or at least try not to, so I just leave that theorizing up to y'all. But yeah, he is not doing very well. Alright, so here is the start of one of my favorite side missions so far. You hear these fucking guys just making some weird ass noises near this little fort. So at first I didn't know how to get in. I thought you just went in through the front. There's this little side entrance that you climb up. And look who it is. These fucking guys. If you've played the original, then you know exactly who these fucking guys are. They're so stupid. Like, they're always fucking doing the stupidest shit. But I decided to act like I didn't know who they were. It's like my favorite thing to do in this game now, just acting like I don't know who the fuck these people are. They always get butthurt. But anyway, yeah, they're up to their usual fucking Team Rocket shenanigans, just doing random shit that doesn't benefit anybody in any way. Alright, so yeah, that did not go well for them, as you can see. I mean, they got laid the fuck out. One of them got away though, and these guys, they're not dead. Don't let them fool you. They're still fucking alive. But anyway, they retreated to their main base. Chadley is the one that's telling us where to go, because he wants to find out what this item is that they have. So yeah, that's what this whole thing is about. We're trying to get that item from them. But we finally find them in their base, and they're laying on the floor, just acting dead, but you can still hear them talking, which makes no sense, because like, if you're trying to lay out a trap, like, why are you going to keep talking about it while you're on the floor acting dead? And of all the places inside this fucking building that they could be acting dead, they decide to lay down at the bottom of this giant ass box. So yeah, you can pretty much guess what's gonna happen. Okay, so I guess I forgot to record what I did, but you pretty much push a button and a big ass box falls on them. And then after that, they decide to send this fucking robot sweeper after you. It was pretty easy to take down though, so yeah. Ifrit just fucked it up. But yeah, you destroy that fucking robot. They finally get up and they start pleading with you to just leave them alone. But obviously we can't just do that, you know. We need that item. So yeah, they start trying to negotiate, telling me I have to pay them cash for the item, and like out of all the things that I thought Cloud was gonna do, he actually agrees to fucking pay them 2,000 gil. Which at first I was like, there's no way that I actually have to give them 2,000 gil. But no, sadly you have to pay them, even though you just beat their ass like 3 fucking times. So I don't know why he just doesn't take it from them. I guess he wants to do right by Aerith. Uh, I mean, that's fine, I guess, but I would have just taken that shit. Anyway, you just talk to them a little bit, and you try to mess with their heads, and he's like, nah, bro, just leave us alone. You already paid us, you got the item, we're just gonna leave. And that's exactly what they do, and yeah, that's how the side story goes. Pretty fun side story, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad they brought these guys back, they're always fun to just fucking see what they're doing, you know. But yeah, we got the item, and we completed the mission. Yeah, we get the item. Looks like a shin guard, kind of. And then you get this really weird cutscene. Right here, you're traveling through time or through a dimension. I have no idea, but it's the weirdest cutscene I've seen so far in this game, and that's really saying something. But it was really out of nowhere. Like, it looks like you're somewhere in Japan, and that's a samurai robot just looking at some fish. I have no idea what to make out of this. He says like one line. What the hell that one line means, I have no idea. He looks really cool though, I'll say that. And the place looks really nice too. But yeah, it raises more questions than it answers, that's for sure. Alright, speaking of weird things, we find a fucking giant mushroom. And look what it is, a fucking Mughal fucking house. So anyway, we decide to go into it, like any normal person would do. And they find a giant fucking mushroom in the woods. Yeah, don't ever do that. But anyway, yeah, we get teleported into this fucking Mughal dimension. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on either. I mean, it's interesting. It was fun, that's for sure. Just talking to these little Mughals, which apparently can talk. Never would have guessed it. Kind of creepy, if you ask me. Like all these people in the game are always saying that Mughals are like cute and shit, but they look fucking demonic to me. I would not get close to these fucking things. Like, look at that shit. That thing looks, nah. Get it away from me. Anyway, he wants us to help in collecting the other Mughals because they're over there fucking around. I don't know what they're supposed to be doing instead. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much to do in this fucking Mughal Emporium or whatever the hell. And then he tries to fucking make me help him by being cute. But like I said, like, that's not cute. Like, what the fuck? That's the weirdest fucking thing ever. But anyway, we decide to help him get these Mughals back in the pen. But they do not want to go back, and they're running away from you and throwing shit at you. At first I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just chasing this one around. I didn't know where the pen was. So yeah, I lost a lot of time, and I lost the first time I tried to do this shit. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I can't wait to get back into the game and explore the rest of these missions and see what else happens. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed. And for now, I'll let you enjoy this view.